All right, what is up? I want to show you in this video how you can go from being someone sitting here to living in something like this.
You have to believe. It all starts in your mind.
Yes, it's a pretty beautiful place. So I want to lay a foundation first. Do you know what dream building is? Do you ever go dream building? Have you ever heard of dream building? So I was just sitting here and I do this stuff naturally now, but it didn't always come to me and I didn't always actively do it. Now, I always wanted things, but I never got myself into the vibration of things. Now, I have to lay a foundation here. This is information from Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein. A lot of the successful people support this statement. It says that we're all energy vibrating at different frequencies. I'll say that again. We're all energy vibrating at different frequencies. So what does that mean? Well, there's a vibration. This water over here, the ocean has a certain vibration to it. The sand over here has a certain vibration to it. The leaves right here have a vibration. That wood has a vibration. I have a vibration. This home holds a certain vibration in it. And do you find it interesting that just by chance, I'm walking on the beach, and when I was walking on the beach, some guy came up here and I was like, I wonder what's up there. And I came and I saw this place. And so what I start doing is I start dream building. So what does that mean? That means I feel what it'd be like to live in this place. I'm thinking, what would it be like to sit in this lawn chair? What would it be like to swim in that pool? More importantly, what would it feel like? What does it feel like to be in this place? Is this something I want? Do I even want this? And so I start getting myself and I tune myself into the vibration of something like this. Now, what that does naturally is when you start surrounding yourself by affluence and feeling what it feels like, it starts to raise your vibration. It's not by chance that Molly and I are just living in the house that we're living right now. You know what we used to do back in the Philippines to get our vibration higher? Now, typically speaking, I'm not a materialistic person, and I'm not someone that generally cares about having materialistic things, but it is a representation of, your influence, your vibration. So what we would do is I used to go into the stores like Gucci, Armani. I would get Molly. I got Molly to try on. I think it was like a $300,000 necklace, maybe even more, from some ritzy place in the Philippines. And what we were doing is we're raising our vibration, because everything in these places has a vibration. I'm not sure if you're aware of feng shui, but the Chinese understood this. So they set their houses up in a certain way so there's certain energy flow. So they say that if you go to an ashram, it's actually easier to meditate there because it has a certain vibration to it. And people come there to meditate, so they're putting out this peaceful vibe. And that's why they call it like the dojo. You have to keep the dojo a certain way because it has a certain vibe to it. A man cave, it has a certain vibe to it. A woman's bathroom, where they do makeup all the time, has a certain vibe to it. But one of the reasons I'm expressing this is because I want you to get a little inside peek of what I do while I sit here. I'm getting myself into the vibration of this place. I'm thinking, what do the people think that are walking around here? What are their thoughts? What are they thinking? Are they thinking, like, what kind of level are they thinking at? What is it they do? And that's part of my mission, is that I want to emulate some of these affluent people that are still a good person. So where's your money program at? Like, when you come by this, it's like, do you think like, oh, they must have ripped someone off to get into that? Or, oh, they must be scamming, or they must be doing something to wrong people? You know what? In my experience, when I get around affluent people, they actually are really kind and really nice. And for me, they're actually easier to talk to than people of a poor mentality. And that's just because of their thinking. You can't just get into this by chance. It's not just by luck. Oh, they're so lucky. It's like, no, they created their own luck. They've created multi-million-dollar businesses. They have MSIs, multiple streams of income around the world. They've got people working for them. I don't know, I'm just making an assumption, but I'm sure if we had a sit down, there's something of this. They're providing a service that hundreds of thousands of people want. Maybe, I don't know. We're sitting on a beachfront here in Bali, and I am assuming that the real estate isn't that cheap here. So I'm thinking, what are they thinking? What are they doing? What does it take? And then next, what I do is, do you think that this is possible for you? For me, I'm going, yup, yep, that's about right. This is what I want. But you know what? When I sit here, I'm also thinking, would I fully want this? Well, you know what? I don't know if I'd want to be around people walking, to have this level of affluence and see this many people walking. But you know what this is doing, dream building? It helps you feel what it would be like. So I thought maybe I wanted to be on the beach, but what beach do I want to be on? Do I want to be on this like busy access beach and then I have my house just kind of open? I feel a bit vulnerable, but I wouldn't know this. From a picture, you would be like, wow, I definitely want to live there, but you want to feel it. But you want to make sure that those feelings aren't coming from doubt. For me, I'm a big thinker. I want to live the best ultimate life. And while doing that, I want you to live your best ultimate life. And this is why I'm letting you in on how I go about my process of getting into places like this. Now, I'm not here yet, but it doesn't mean I can't be there. And it doesn't mean you can't be there either. And so I want to invite you to start dream building, start putting yourself around vibrations that are going to raise your vibration. And it doesn't mean this. It doesn't mean you have to go to like this epic house and sit in it and sit around it and walk around. It can be anything. You can go put yourself around books. Go to a library, put yourself in a library. If you're a musician, go to places where maybe go to like a studio, stand outside a studio. I don't know why this comes to mind, where Lenny Kravitz records his music. These are literally the things that I go do. I go put myself in situations that push my vibration, that make that, that little wiggle in your chest. It makes you feel that little wiggle in your chest. I can remember the first time I went into Gucci, I did not feel right. I really felt like the wiggle in my chest. But what was happening was I was having a thing in my mind saying, I'm not good enough. I'm not supposed to be here. Get out, get out, get out. I'm not like these people. And that's the exact reason why you got to do it. Because people are no different than you. They've just had different experiences. My mentor taught me that the only difference between this person and me right now is time and the size of their dream. Let me repeat that. The only difference between me and you, maybe this is your house, but the only difference is that time and size of your dream. So what we want to do is we want to set dreams in a sweet spot, at least the next logical step, as they call it. And we want to do two things. We want to put ourselves in environments that push us go further, but we want to hit something in the sweet spot. So the sweet spot is something that is big enough to excite you, but small enough so you think you're going to accomplish it. So you don't want to be sending out an imbalanced frequency being like, I'm going to move here. And I would do that because I'm an ambitious guy. I would sit here and be like, this is going to be my next house. But it doesn't necessarily go to that level, because think how big you can stretch yourself. So it's about momentum. So we want to keep that momentum up. So that's why you set dreams in your sweet spot. Now you can have bigger dreams, but your next logical step needs to be in the sweet spot. So with that, I hope that you can come to something like this and sit around this level of affluence, sit around something that makes you feel good. Feel what it feel like. Walk how this person would walk. Hold your shoulders how this person would hold their shoulders back. Feel what it feel like. Breathe the air as if the person was. And do this in your mind and feel this place. Feel the vibration of it. Feel good. And with that, let's get towards your next dream. I share my peace.